everyone. Welcome back. So I want you to think of at least 2 or 3 companies which use an exemplary review system and share it with us. That for you to look at other examples, we will be sharing 3 companies, 3 organizations where they have really good exemplary review systems. One is Adobe, one is Cargill, and we have Google. Everybody knows about Google. So what is the system that they follow at Adobe? Since 2012, Adobe has been using a process that focuses on developing ongoing conversation between managers and employees, all with the focus of engaging and empowering. So the key word here is engaging and empowering. And it's happening through an ongoing conversation between the managers and the employees. So it's a continuous conversation that they're looking at. And they've introduced the check-in. Now this system, the check-in system, is in order to enable seamless performance reviews and to transform the employee experiences within the company. Now to check in, that means it's a continuous thing. It could be on the phone, it could be on the it's on the internet. Whatever is your performance review, it is happening continuously wherever you are. So that takes away that whole need to have that framework that, oh, we are having a review, we are having a meeting. You can check in anywhere. So it's a seamless performance review system that we're looking at. Now, Adobe has also made the training of managers a major priority within the company. That means all the time, or rather all managers are trained very effectively and properly to give proper feedback. The leakage very often is in the training of the managers. It's a company, you might have very good intentions, but if the managers are not trained, you will end up with, blockages in that. And Adobe has made it a priority. The third thing, another thing that Adobe does is communication given the most emphasis. So for Adobe employees, from all levels of the employees, they're included in the decision-making process before the implementation of check-in. So this was something which is very interesting, and very few companies do this. So taking this concept of the check-in, this was done as part of a town hall meeting where they got every employee and they asked, and this was part of the vision statement, that they should be able to check in anytime they wanted. So communication has been a very, very important part of the Adobe culture. The centralized employee resource center was created in order to help Adobe to scale the program. So there was a centralized employee resource center, which was which was created, and it became very easy for Adobe to spread this message across the world. Now, how has it impacted Adobe? As a result, Adobe has seen 10% increase in the number of employees who say that they're getting or they receive an ongoing feedback that helps their performance. So that's very motivating, that continuously they're getting feedback from the managers, from people, and they know how to improve their own performance. The voluntary turnover rate has dropped by 30%. That means people are no longer, 30% of the people are leaving the company lesser. So they have been able to save more than 100,000 manager hours every year. That is actually a huge amount. If you look at it in terms of money, it's a huge amount. 100,000 manager hours. So instead of giving feedback in a closed room, etc., now it's happening all over the place, and it can happen at any time, and the manager time is getting saved, and I think it's a beautiful tool. The other example that we have is Cargill. Now, in 2012, Cargill introduced a strategic process for everyday performance management. Now, here, consistent recognition of outstanding performance became the key. So, if I look at the previous one, it was more of communication and being able to communicate with the managers. In Cargill, we are looking at the consistent recognition of outstanding performance from managers who exemplify the qualities of good day-to-day performance management practices. So the managers, their key job is not just to manage the performance, but actually give recognition for outstanding performers. Now, recording the experiences and best practices of effective managers. This is also a very important point. What are the creating best practices, finding best practices, and recording those experiences was another aspect of Cargill. Another point that they had was making teams responsible for the daily operations of performance management. So you're talking about empowerment, you're giving them recognition, and you're expecting them to do better. So building key skills and competencies necessary to succeed at everyday performance management include effective two-way communication, feedback delivery, and coaching. So if I look at Cargill, everyday performance management had fantastic results. 69% of the employees said that they received feedback that was useful for their professional development. In addition, 70% felt more valued as a result of the continuous performance discussions with the managers. So 70% of the people actually felt valued or more valued by the managers because they're actually giving them proper feedback and they're giving it when it matters or at an everyday level. So let's look at Google. And if you look in your book, you will find there's a complete case study about Google, and it's been the best company to work for, and it's been rated the same by Fortune magazine and the Great Places to Work Institute for the total number of 7 times, which is amazing. In Google, all the people decisions are based on data and analytics. And when they say that the goal is to bring the same level of rigor to people decisions as they have for the engineering decisions, they make sure that nothing is left to chance. Now, if you look in the book, you will find lots of little ideas and great things that they do to ensure that it is really a great place for people to work in. And you can come up with some of the things you could apply within your own company and see what a great difference it might make.